Welcome back to Business Office Specialist. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some basic navigation and formatting skills for spreadsheets using Google Sheets. So there's a few things that I'd like to do with this board today. If you've seen my previous video, we've been learning about cell addresses. And the letter number combination for cell addresses that we use in spreadsheets happens to be very similar to the cell addressing that's used to attack and defend in the board game Battleship. So if you've played Battleship before, you'll be familiar with that letter number combination. And I feel like it's a good way to practice identifying cells quickly using those addresses. So that's what we're going to do today. Today we're going to be building a board that you could use to play Battleship. If you are taking this as my Canvas course and you're in class today, we'll actually be using these to play in class. Otherwise, you'll be able to play with it on your own with someone else if you'd like, or at the very least, it will teach you several different navigation and formatting skills that will be useful in future projects. So to begin with, I'd like to start by reviewing one skill we learned with Google Docs, which is to merge cells. So just like with tables, we can merge individual cells inside of a worksheet. I want to merge several cells together to create the title at the top of this board we're going to be creating. So let's select a range of cells. Let's select between the cell A1, so the top left cell in column A and row 1, down to J2. Now, if you're selecting cells, there's lots of different things you can do by clicking and dragging in a worksheet. If I were to click and drag the very center of my cell, so I click there and hold my mouse while I drag, that's going to select the cells. That's what we're trying to do now. If I grab just the edge of a cell, like right here, and click and drag, it's actually not going to highlight for me. You see that I have this dotted line around it. What this is actually doing is moving the entire cell from its current location to wherever I release my mouse. Many of my students will do this while they're trying to highlight something or select something, and it becomes very frustrating to them. So if you want to move a cell, you grab the little blue border on the very edge. If you don't want to do that, you actually want to select something, then you need to click the very center of the cell and drag that way. All right, so now that I have cells A1 to J2 selected, let's merge those together. In Google Sheets, the merge icon is on the ribbon because it's something we do quite frequently, and you can find it right here next to borders and fill. So let's click on the merge cells, and you can see that now all the lines disappear and that becomes one really big cell. Inside of that cell, let's type the title for this board. A Battleship board has two different boards, one that you place your ships on and one that you make your attacks on. This is going to be the board we place our ships on. So I'm going to type the title, My Battleship Board, and in parentheses, boats, just in case I need a reminder of what this is. Now, I'd like to make this cell look a little nicer if we could, so we're going to use some of the skills that we learned from Google Docs. Let's change our fill color, or the background color, to be black. Fill color is a bucket of paint right here on the ribbon, just like it was in Google Docs when we were working with the drawing app. And I'm going to change this to be just a jet black. Now that means that I can't see my text anymore. So let's change the font color to be white, and then I can see my text again. And let's make that text bold and increase the font size. Let's make it 24. Perfect. Now, ideally, since this is a title, I would like to have those letters centered inside of my cell. With spreadsheets, because we're working with these squares or cells, we actually have two different types of alignments that we can do. We have a horizontal alignment option, which looks identical to the icon in Google Docs, located right here. If I click on that, I can make it a center alignment by clicking the center alignment option. But right to the right of that, there's an arrow pointing to a horizontal line. That is our vertical alignment. It's pointing down to a line to tell us that we are currently aligned at the bottom of the cell. There's also an option to align at the top of the cell or right in the middle. Let's choose a middle and vertically align this text at the center. So now our text is centered horizontally and vertically, and that looks so much better. Now the next step is to create our board itself where we're going to be placing our ships. So let's create a 10 by 10 square below our title. That would mean we would need to highlight from A3 all of the way to J12. Can you identify the range A3 to J12? Again, if we're selecting, we're going to click on the middle of the cell, hold our mouse while we drag from A3 all the way down to J12. To create borders, we're going to click on the border icon, which is on the ribbon right between the fill and the merge buttons that we've already used. If I click on that, there are lots of different border options. There are borders inside, outside, top, left, and bottom. We're going to choose all borders as our option, which is the big square, kind of looks like a window right there in the top left. That's going to put a line every possible place it can within the range of cells that I've selected. Now we can also change the styling for our borders. Let's create an outside border for our entire board and make it a little thicker so that the board stands out. So I'm actually going to come up to my title and select the range from A1 all the way down to the bottom of my board at J12 and go back to the borders. This time I'm going to choose an outer border. And before I leave this menu, if I come to the right, I have border colors, so I could change the border color if I wanted to. And right below that, I have my border styles. If I click on border styles, I could do dotted lines, I could do a double line, or I could simply make the weight of the line, or thickness, a little thicker. So I want a thicker weight. I'm going to pick the thickest weight possible. And now I get a nice strong border around the outside of my Battleship board. Let's take our board itself, and right now it looks like a giant frozen ice cap. What we'd like to do is make that water that our boats can float on. So I'm going to highlight that range from A3 to J12 again, and go up to the fill color and change it to be, let's make it a light blue 3. Just a nice, really light blue color for our water. Perfect. This board is now ready for us to place our boats on, but we still need another board. Now, if you've watched the introduction video for Spreadsheets, you know that I can create a new sheet for this workbook by coming down to the bottom left and clicking the plus icon. But then I would have to go back and recreate all of the stuff I've just done to create my other board. What I'd like to do is just copy everything I've already done onto a new sheet. The easiest way to do that is simply duplicate the sheet that I currently have. If I wanted to create a duplicate of this sheet, I would need to bring my mouse down to the bottom where the tabs are for each of the sheets. Right-click on this sheet and select Duplicate from the right-click menu. Now I have an exact copy of my previous board, and if I click below, I can bounce between these two. Now, copy of my board isn't a very useful name, so let's change the name on the copy of my board worksheet. To change the name on a worksheet tab, double-click on the worksheet tab, or right-click it, and there is a rename option. Let's call this one Enemy Board, since that's where we're going to put the attacks that we're going to make on our enemy's ships. Now, I'm concerned that both of these tabs look exactly identical right now, and that's going to get us confused while we play. So there's a few things that we can do to help set these two tabs apart. First of all, if we wanted to, we could change the color on the enemy board sheet tab down at the bottom. To do that, we can right-click the tab and go to the option Change Color and change it to any color we want. I'm going to choose red so that it's bold and stands out. And now it will add that little red border at the bottom to help me indicate the difference between my enemy board and my board. Another thing that we can do is change the title and the title cell at the very top of our board for the enemy board. So let's go to the enemy board sheet and make that our active sheet if you haven't already. And then I'm going to select the range A1 to J2 that we've merged and change the fill color. Let's change the fill color to red. That makes it stand out a whole lot more. And then I'm also going to change the text. Now, the cool thing about spreadsheets is when you're working in a cell, you don't have to delete the text before you type new ones. If you start typing, it will erase everything in that cell and immediately start replacing it with the new text that you're typing. So here I want to type enemy board, and I'm just going to say shots fired, just to help me remember that these are the shots I'm firing on my enemy ships. Now, incidentally, if I don't want to overwrite the entire text, I just want to make a few small corrections. There is a function bar right above the column letters right here. The function bar we'll get into more as we start learning about formulas and functions, but it's also where all of your text is located for your cell. If I come up and click in that formula bar, then I can edit anywhere within the text without it deleting everything that I've created. And then I can hit enter to save the changes that I make and go back to my cell. Perfect. So now our boards are set up and ready to play. In order for us to play, we need to place the ships on our Battleship board. To place a ship on the Battleship board, all we really need to do is change the color of the water to a light gray color to identify that that is a ship and not just water. Each of the ships that you'll be using in your game today are identified in the table to the right of your board. There's a patrol boat, destroyer, submarine, battleship, and aircraft carrier. Each of these has a very specific size. For example, the patrol boat is only 2 squares and the aircraft carrier is 5. You can place these boats anywhere you want, horizontal or vertical, just not diagonally. So the best way to place a ship onto our board is simply to change the color of those cells to be a gray color so that that identifies it as a boat and not water. For example, let's imagine that I wanted to place one of my destroyers right here. I would highlight 3 cells since the destroyer is 3 cells long, and I would change the fill color to something like a dark gray one. And then if I wanted to place another one, maybe my submarine, I could change 3 more cells over here to a light gray as well. So go through and place your boats. You won't want to place them in the same place I did, because then your opponent will obviously know where your ships are. Place them anywhere you would like. And when you're finished, you will be ready to submit this as a completed assignment, or if you're in class, to play along with us. So in this brief introduction, we've learned several different important concepts in spreadsheets and spreadsheet design. We've learned that many of the tools that we use for formatting spreadsheets, like fill, borders, merging, are the same types of things that we have used in Google Docs and other word processing systems. So the learning curve won't be as scary as you may think to begin with. We also learned that all of the different squares or cells inside of a table are all managed using cell addresses. The cell addresses are made up of the column letters and the row numbers. And by using that letter number combination, we can identify and select any cell within our spreadsheet. To learn more tools and features in the Google Suite family of apps, check out more of my videos on YouTube or visit ToriNorman.com.